Good evening. My name is Edna Chi Njoku Frenchwood. Most people in this class know me as Edna Frenchwood. It is my government name. Most people that know about the stage work I've done in the past know me as Chi Styles. Styles is spelled Stylxe. So if you look me up on Facebook or Instagram, that'll be a good way to find my stage and performance name. I coined the name in the 20s, my 20s, so don't ask my age, but it stuck. And I've performed in many places and spaces, thanks to the grace of God and the talent. I started at a very young age loving the stage and performing, and got a chance to present an impromptu speech and won an award from the president of Nigeria at the age of 15 while representing my school. So I'm still doing it years later. And under the teachings of Professor Raymond, I'm able to learn even more about how to improve public speaking and taking it to the next level. And I'm taking this chance to present a project that I'm doing currently with my company called Double Decoy, the movie. My company is Chi Movies, where we film your story. The goal of the company is to continue to tell stories of people that have to do with social justice, that have to do with empowerment, but whether it be women or children or even men. We've covered domestic abuse and all sorts of topics that are relevant to people and tell their stories, whether fiction or real. A lot of our projects are based on true stories, so we're happy to share this project with you today. Double Decoy came to my desk a couple of weeks ago, and I was very impressed with the work because I thought to myself, I have a background in performing, in producing. We've done 12 films, so this is right up our alley. It's also an international film, meaning the film is going to be filmed in Africa and it's going to be filmed in the US. Gives us visibility on several platforms, but it also allows us to be able to showcase skills in Africa and skilled actors and performers and production crews, even here in the US. One of the cool things I enjoyed when I first heard about Double Decoy was it gave an opportunity to talk about youth empowerment. I'm an avid promoter of young people that are learning through skilled work. So that means they're coming on board and learning actually how to produce content and create content and revise content that's being created to fit what the industry needs and what the audience wants to see, which Double Decoy gives us an opportunity to do that. I'll go a little bit into the synopsis of Double Decoy, but before I do so, I'd love for you to get a piece of paper out and a pen and write this down. I'll wait for a second. 2, 3, 4. All right, you've got that piece of paper and that pen. Write this down. www.doubledecoy, DEKOI, yes, with an I, movie, MOVIE.com. It is www.doubledecoymovie.com. That is the website where you can find a lot of information about the film, upcoming casting, auditions. Some things have been taken up from the site. We continue to update as need be, but that's where you want to go to share some of the thoughts about this deck that I'm presenting today. I've actually designed the deck and I got a chance to present it a couple of times in the last few weeks and practiced it. And now I'm presenting to you guys publicly. So please enjoy it and share with us what you think about it. And if you in some kind of way would like to be a part of the project after my presentation, feel free to reach out to us and email us and we'll get back with you in a timely fashion. Some of the things that are important in understanding is the storyline. Let's talk a little bit about the storyline or the synopsis. While you can read it on the website, I'm going to take a few minutes to do a theatrical presentation of what is happening to our main character in the film. Amanda just found out that her brother is locked up in jail and her father had died a few months ago. When she went to jail to meet her brother, he said that it had something to do with dad's death, but he didn't really explain what, because he didn't know. He had been incarcerated and they were threatening to kill him or never to let him go because they said he did something in relation to what his father was killed for. And he had no idea what was going on. So Amanda took it on herself to begin to call people to find out what was going on and how to solve this problem and get her brother out of jail and get down to who killed her dad. Amanda called the people in her dad's address book and people all over the globe. She called folks in the UK, and she got crazy answers like, oh my God, I can't believe I heard when that Fred passed away. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you and your family. Accept my condolences. She even called folks in India. What do you mean by Fred? Fred was our best friend to this company. What are we going to do now without Mr. Fred? We don't know how to help you, but he was such a good man. She called the US, same sad sob story. Nobody giving her true answers she needed to see to help her solve the problem of finding out what's going on with her dad's death and how is she going to get her son, and her brother out of jail. So now she chooses to take it on herself. She chooses to go after these folks herself, front door properties and their empire they've built. This young woman decides, I'm going to try to take them on. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to call together a group of crazies, right? And we've seen movies like that, Avengers, and there's the guy, Hulk, and yeah, he's a bit crazy. He's green crazy. And then there's all sorts of different kinds of folks in the group that can come in and do just amazing work. And she pulls together an amazing, crazy team. One crazier, one craziest, and they just go together at it to save the day. What an interesting story, because while she's doing that in the US, they're working on ways to try to figure out about front door properties, what they're about, what's going on with some transactions coming into the US. So even while the US and investigators are working on that, Amanda manages to nab these folks and pull them down, this whole empire, showing the importance and value of teamwork and how teamwork can make the difference in anything we're doing, such as we're doing with this film. Diversity and inclusion is very important in the film we're making, because we're hoping to cast folks from all different walks of earth. As you've seen in my presentation of the synopsis, we want to cast people, even though we might not shoot in India, but they're of Indian descent. Even though we're not shooting in Asia, maybe of Asian descent. And even though we're not shooting in the UK, have a solid British accent. You know what I'm saying, mate? But, you know, folks who can bring it on and who can make it happen. We're super excited to make this a universal film that brings in diversity and inclusion, which is one of the main reasons why we're making an international film. According to CNBC, in March of 2022, women and people of color are still underrepresented in the film industry. And yes, those numbers are rising, they're getting better, but we've got to keep doing the work, hence this film. Again, there are many ways that we make films like this happen. So I'll talk a little bit about some of the key things that make people want to be a part of it. The partnerships, the collaborations, the youth development. We get a chance to actually record some of the processes it's taking to make this film and put it on a platform and an app so that kids are able to download and learn how to make an international film, how to cast an international film, how to do virtual auditions, what you have to do and what you have to look for, the kind of sides you send folks who are speaking from a different country versus folks who are speaking from your country, and global empowerment in general, how to do business with other countries when you're doing this kind of film, and how to do it right, how to form the right LLCs for the business, for the sake of the film, for investors here and investors overseas. Lots of details that go into the pre-production aspect, from locations to clothing to set design to all sorts of cool things that must be checked off our list before we actually go to the production and then the post-production stage. So some of the key things that help the production happen, of course, are three things I'm going to talk about next. How to finance our film. And the three ways we finance our film is, first, the main way that a film can get financed is through product placement. So take example, this bottle of water. Walmart has passed it through the film several times, and you've seen it so many times. It's well represented. And now you remember to drink a bottle of water because you saw, and you might actually look for that brand at the store because you saw it in a film. And that's one of the reasons product placement is very important when placed in a film. And for the business owners who are placing their product in the film, for example, if Ford was to place a new car in the film, folks might be interested in picking up that car they've been thinking of, but had not made the move. So it inspires customers to buy when you place the right product, or if it's properly scripted into the film in this phase of the pre-production. Another way folks can be involved in the film is through investment. Investment is, of course, one of the basic ways that we get our films financed. We're looking at the numbers in terms of ROI, tax opportunities and breaks and credits that are available to you if you film in the right locations. And those That's for a different class. There was a 181, which gives you a federal tax write-off. There are local tax breaks. Like if you're filming in Atlanta, you can get up to 30% off your investment or credit it towards your investment. If you use the peach, 20% without the peach. So a lot of details that you must know. Foreign tax opportunities are up to 25% of film in an international platform being an American film. So many cool things that investors get to learn about our market. It's the only market like it. There's no other market that offers those tax incentives the way it does through a film. And finally, sponsorship. Sponsorship is the third way that folks get a film made, because through sponsorship, people can appear the red carpet and they can support a finished product. And it has, you know, the logos and the backdrop, and it has folks on the table and travel sponsors who provided ways for folks to fly in, transportation sponsors who provided either the limo service or the van that brought people to set, and other table sponsors who provided the napkins to spoon the food, and also some location sponsors that provided the location where the event is being actually viewed. So there are many ways a sponsor can be a part of a film, knowing very well that they get visibility on a global platform, which is super important for all of us to keep in mind. If you know anyone interested in being a part of Double Decoy the movie, please share this video. Hopefully this video will give them an insight on what we're doing in this film and many other films that have a social justice and a voice for and of the people. Next, we'll talk a little bit about the team. A group of us have about 40 years experience in making film, and 20 years in Africa, 20 years here. Again, the African market is one of the largest African markets in the film industry. Nollywood is called the Nigerian film market or industry. It makes, as the UN said, according to the UN, it makes 50 films a week. That's quite a few films and can add up. And again, next to Bollywood and Hollywood, one of the largest film markets in the world. There's rising and rising. If you look at Netflix, you'll be able to see tons of Nigerian films. My side of the US that we are handling here, we have done a similar film called Of Sentimental Value that is on Amazon, and it starred Nollywood, Hollywood, and Bollywood actors, and we were able to package that film and get all sorts of actors and then get visibility globally, and create a diversity and inclusion platform for people to get their products to be seen, and also actors to come together to work in synergy on a storyline that fit the voice of the people. So a similar film to a film like 30 Days, a film like this is 30 Days to Atlanta, 30 Days of Atlanta. It's a film that was made here with about 20 to 30 million Naira and gross 163 million Naira worldwide. So talk about ROI there. That's the ROI you get from a film like this. It has a story of being set in Africa, and then something happened, they get to come to the US, and that synergy works together when it really comes together well in a story. It helps to talk about culture, it helps to talk about the presence and the power of unity, and how it always works out and good always wins over evil, which is usually the theme, and a very good ending for every film. Some of the list stars that are in this film are Richard Mofedamijo, known as RMD. So if you look up RMD, Nigerian actor, in Google, he'll pull up first name Richard. He's already been signed on to Double Decoy, and he'll be starting on the Nigerian part. And some of the folks starring on this part are Terry Cummings, who is an NBA player, former NBA player, 18 years. And he has played in Love and Basketball and some other amazing films out there. He's also the CEO of 2 media companies and loves media performance, the stage, and loves to be a part of storytelling. And also another US star that's in the film is Medea's guest star, an actor, Rodney Perry, who's a great comedian, is a good acquaintance of our company and our team, and we were able to have him on this platform to be a part of the film. So what I'd love for you to do as a call of action is to visit the website, www.doubledecoymovie.com. Check it out, tell someone about it, invite a friend, an actor, an actress, a production guru, someone that loves a good film, to just follow us, be a part of it, drop us a note to let us know that you found this presentation interesting. You learned something new about the Nollywood industry, the Nigerian film market, and the synergy it has with the US film market, because a lot of folks want to work together in both worlds. And of course, including other worlds that could be potentially represented. I will leave you with a quote. And this quote is from a Nigerian playwright, Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka, who won the 1986 Nobel Prize in Literature and instructed at Yale, Oxford, and Harvard, once said, and I quote, "There is a kind of dynamic quality about theater, and that dynamic quality expresses itself in relation to, first of all, the environment in which it's being staged, then the audience, the nature of the audience, and the quality of the audience," end quote. I would love to thank you for taking out the time to take a look at my presentation on Double Decoy, the movie. You are the audience. The world is our stage. The globe is our platform to tell our stories. And we cannot do it without you. So join us on the wild ride of Double Decoy, the movie, and see you on set. Bye.